Okay, we're going to factorize 6x squared minus x minus 2 into that form there. Okay, this is the type of quadratic factorization where there's a number in front of x squared here. You've got a 6 here in front of the x squared. Right, the first thing you do is to check that there are no common factors throughout. Right, if you examine the 6x squared minus x minus 2, you'll see there's no common factors. Now, this is a very important point, the fact there's no common factors, because it means there won't be any common factors in the brackets that we are going to form when it's factorized. So we'll start off by splitting the 6x squared, the first term, and we've tried 3x times 2x is 6x squared. Okay. Not sure what to put into the second part here, but I'm going to split that 2. So we're just going to forget about the signs for the moment. Don't worry about the minus 2. We'll just worry about the 2. Okay. So I've gone for 1 times 2 is 2. Don't worry about the minus, as I said. 1 times 2 is 2. So we've got the first term, 3x times 2x, and the last term, 1 times 2. Okay, now let's see what we do. Straight away, we can see that this is the wrong combination. I've got a 2x there, and I've got a 2 there. There's a common factor in that second bracket. So this is wrong. So we'll have to change it. Instead of putting 1 times 2, we'll probably go for 2 times 1. And I've just done that. I've put a 2 there and a 1 there. Okay, now let's see how we get on with this. Right, we've got to consider the middle term minus x. It's the key to everything. And this is what we'll check in our brackets. Note the pairs that I've looped here. These are called the outers. This is on the far left, that's on the far right. I'm going to multiply those two numbers and I get 3x. These are called the inners. They're right next to each other inside the two brackets, okay, the separate brackets. Multiply those two, we get 4x. Notice I haven't put any signs yet. Now we're going to say, can I combine 4x and 3x to give you minus x? How are we going to do that? Okay, and there's the question there. How can 4x and 3x be combined to make minus x? And there's the answer. I'm going to get minus 4x plus 3x will make minus x. So to get minus 4x, I must make sure that this combination here is a negative answer. So I put a minus sign in front of the 2. And to make sure I get plus 3x, I make sure that combination has got a plus sign there. So I get plus 3x. And there's my answer. Those are my factors. 3x minus 2 and 2x plus 1. I've got must have minus 4x and plus 3x. And as you can see, I've done that there. So we can insert those signs in and just now double check that everything makes sense. Normally that just requires us to check these last two terms. Does minus 2, the last one there, times the outside there, plus 1, does that equal minus 2? It does. The 3x and the 2x definitely give you the 6x squared. Minus 2 is definitely minus 2 times plus 1, and you have your factors. Okay, let's try this one. 10x squared plus 11x minus 6. Right, you might want to try and split the 10x squared and the 6. Let's see what we've gone for here first to try. Okay, so I've gone for the 10x to be 10x times 1x. And the 6, 1 times 6. Now, normally that's not a good idea. But let's see what that produces. Well, the outers give you 6x, 60x, and the inners give you 1x. And that's certainly not going to make 11x no matter what you do with it. So now I'm going to try this. I'll say 10x squared is 2 times 2x times 5x. And the 6, forget the signs, is 2 times 3. So I've gone for 2 times 3 for the 6. All right. Now you check the outers and the inners and see what happens. Okay, well, we don't even have to do that. I see that I've got a 2 here and a 2 here. No good. It's got a common factor of 2 in the first bracket. So that's not going to work. Maybe we should swap that 2 and the 5 around. Well, what I've done is swap the 3 and the 2 around, which is the same as swapping the 5 and the 2 around, I suppose. So I've swapped the 2 and the 3 around. All right, let's see what happens now. The outers give you 4x. The inners give you 15x. This is where the thinking starts. Can 15 and 4 make plus 11? It certainly can. If I've got 15x and minus 4x. So let's make sure I've got 15x there plus 15x. That means you put a plus sign there. And I want minus 4x, so I put a minus sign there. And then final check, 3 times minus 2 is minus 6. We've got our factors. And let's note that. Double check that all the combinations make sense. I just double check those last two. I get 3 times minus 2 is minus 6, not minus 2. That should be minus 6 written there. And that gives me my minus 6. You can change that there to minus 6. That should be a minus 6, all right? Minus 6. Everything's all right. We are done.